Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 315. 315. It is Monday morning, and I am still on my trip from last night. If you recall, I was going on to the next casino, and it was close to midnight, and it's just a lot of stuff happened, so I started a new episode. I didn't want the other one to be too much longer. So, anyway. It is Monday morning. I just finished a trip to a casino. I did not play any blackjack there. I did play slots there. I bought in for a total of, I was in for a total of 1,300. Was down as much as 1,100 probably, 1,200, somewhere in there. And ended up leaving ahead $1. One whole dollar. I was there for an hour and a half or so, and one of my primary concerns was getting points, and I really didn't get that many points. I got about 10% of the points that I need between now and the end of the year, which means it's going to get worse and worse here. I'm going to have to come up with some points somehow. I think there's some multipliers coming up, but I'm going to have to come up with some points really quickly here. While I was there, I was also scoping out some tables for a friend of mine, and I found what we were looking for. So hopefully that's something that we can take advantage of in the next month or so. Should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. One of the primary concerns was making sure that the table was beatable, and the second concern was that the limits were high enough, because like in this area, some of these casinos are so scared of people who are smart that they make their limits like 25 minimum, 50 max, or 15 minimum, 35 max, some crazy stuff like that. So you can't make money doing that. You're going to get 5% of, whatever. There's no money there. So there is a table there that is beatable, and it is open 24 hours a day, it looks like. So that's good information. Other than that, played a lot of games. Ran about $7,000 through, and ended up ahead $1. And right now, we are moving on. We're going back to the casino we were at before going to that other casino. And unfortunately, I was going to add another casino, but unfortunately, time has gotten out of control here. And the next shift is going to be coming in, which is the shift that knows me. So I have about less than an hour to make some stuff happen here. So hopefully I can find some open tables. They haven't closed them all down yet, and get in there and make a little bit of money, make some blackjack money, look at the slots and see what I can do, and hopefully come out of here with some cash. So overall, the trip so far has been good. If you, I don't know if you just heard that last episode or not, but I made like $950 at my first stop, and like $400 or $500 at my second stop, and $1 at my third stop of the day, and a little bit the day before. It was part of the same episode. So really, that's where we are right now. We're up about 1,500 in the last 12 hours or so, and we're going to try to build on that. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll come back to update you real soon. Alright guys, I'm back. So just a little supplement here. I just got in here a minute ago, and as soon as I walked in and started getting over to where all the machines and stuff are that I want to look at, this girl says, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, who's this? And then I recognized her, and I'm like, man, where do I know her from? And she used to be a dealer at the place that's been giving me a hard time. The one time where they walked me out, and then the other day, remember, I was in there, I made $10, and the other guy was telling me about how he'd gotten thrown out from another place and all that, and the security guard said something to the other security guard, something like, well, it's too late now, he's already in here. And I didn't know if it was me or not they were talking about. Anyway, I'm checking machines in between, so I want the sound to go through, and then people figure out what machine I'm looking at. But anyway, so this dealer, I guess, she retired from that place that gave me the hard time. And so I just talked to her for a minute. 1 second here. All right, as I was saying, 45 seconds ago, before I just lost $12, she worked at that casino, and she's like, "How you been?" I'm doing all right. She goes, "Do you go there anymore?" And I said, "No, I had a problem. One day they just walked up to the table and said, 'We want you to leave,' and they didn't tell me a reason why." I said, "Why do you think that would be? Did you ever have any problem with me or think I was doing something wrong?" And she's like, "No, you were always really good, never had any problems." So, sometimes they do that. Whenever they want someone to leave, they just do that, and they don't have to give you a reason. I'm like, well, they didn't give a reason. So I said, I've been back in there since then, and nobody really recognized me, but I don't really spend any time in there. So it was interesting. I got to see her, and she remembered me from there. So, and she said she retired a year ago, so it's been a while. But anyway, I said, "Did you win anything?" And she said, "No, I didn't win anything, but her husband had won something, I guess." But she was having a hard time locating him, which is, he won. He maybe wants to go spend it. I don't know. But she was waiting for him near the door so she could leave. But anyway, all right, now we are about halfway through walking around looking for something. And as soon as I'm done doing this, we're going to go find a blackjack table. I just walked by one of them. It's kind of away from the other tables, but just walked over there, and there was nothing available there. So I'm going to walk around a little bit more, then we'll hit the blackjack tables if it's possible. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So, yeah, actually, when I was leaving, that dealer was back on the slot machines playing, so she must have not found her husband. But I actually found a couple machines to play and 2 tables to play. Machine-wise, didn't do that great. There really wasn't much available, even though it's really early in the morning, and you would think nobody's been here for a while, but there are still customers in there, but couldn't find any real good plays. Ended the session ahead, $8. And then, one thing I noticed, though, is there was a game that was at reset, and there were a couple possible plays. They were kind of iffy plays, and really expensive ones. And someone had played those between the time that I left and the time that I came back. So, yeah, I noticed that. So somebody is in the area that knows a little bit about what's going on because they played those specific levels. Anyway, hopefully they did well. We were not doing well on that machine, and we abandoned it after the $15 level. So anyway, played 2 blackjack tables, and I'm going to link them together and call them one session because they were both very short. One of them, I was back counting a little bit, and then the guy told me to hold on for a minute, and then by the time he told me to sit down, it was an okay count, not great, and then it went straight negative, and I ended up getting up after a few hands, and I was down 150, and then switched over to another table, and I was on that table for just a few minutes. I probably combined it was 20 minutes. All right, so the 2 tables, but I ended up playing that one as well until that one went negative, and combined I ended up ahead $75 on it. So overall, plus 75 there, plus 8 on the slots, and it is right now. It's about 4 in the morning. I don't know what to do. I could go home. If I go home, I'm going to have to leave shortly after, or I'd have to stay in town, which is what I would do Monday anyway. Stay kind of local. There is another casino on the way home that I'm not supposed to go to, but by the time I get there, the shift that knows me would be there, so that's not going to happen. I think what I'm going to do, probably head home and stay close to home tomorrow and add to this episode, but I'm not sure yet. So for now, I'm going to get out of this immediate area. I'll either get a hotel room or sleep in the car or head home. So you guess. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back and getting a little tired. Right now it is 5 a.m. Just stopped for some fuel again. Decided I am going to head home. Only because I can't really do much right now. The new shifts were coming on and all those people knew me, and it's like the same conundrum I'm always in. So I decided, let's go home. We should get home after sunrise for sure. And the kids should be awake by the time I get home. At least some of them, because they're off school now for the rest of the year. And then I'll get a nap and we'll head out for the day. We will head out and go to the casino a couple times. Potentially play poker, maybe not, haven't decided. We'll see what's going on. So right now we are heading toward home. Gas price, it's weird. I stopped here on the way out and gas price was 90 cents cheaper. So I don't know if they were just running out of fuel and so they raised the price or what the deal is, but I just got fuel across the street for like 70 cents less, so I don't know what the deal is. Right now, no wind outside. Temperature is 22 degrees. Supposedly feels like it's 15, but I didn't see any wind out there, so probably really feels like 22. And we're gonna head home, so that's it for right now. I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, sun is over the horizon and getting very close to home. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap here and get up, get freshened up and ready to go, and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, I am back. Wakey, time to go. Got a little nap and got myself freshened up and feeling good and ready to go, and it's time to make money. Right now we are heading out to the casino. My wife is already asking me what time I'll be home because I guess we still have Christmas shopping that we need to do. I mean, as of yesterday, she thought I was working today, so, you know, I don't know when we were going to do that anyway. So, gonna go head to the casino. We'll come back home, probably take her wherever she needs to go to get whatever done, and then we'll head back there again. And see if we can piece together a day here. Hopefully we have some positive variance. Hopefully we find some big plays. Maybe get a W2. Who knows? So yeah, that's the plan right now. We are just heading out. Temperature-wise, not too terrible right now. No real wind outside. It's cloudy. As of right now, what I'm seeing is light traffic. 30 degrees, light snow showers, and feels like 23, so nothing too bad. Snow should end by 10 or 11, so we should be fine. So anyway, let's head out to the casino and I'll be back to report to you. Alright guys, we are back with some smooth jazz. No, I'm kidding. Yesterday when I was leaving the casino, this guy standing behind me says something to me, and I reply to him, and he goes, "Man, is that your real voice?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "It's so soothing and comforting." I'm like, buddy, you see the ring? Don't touch me. Anyway, he's like trying to call his friend over to listen to my voice. Okay. That was a whole other thing. I don't know if it's even that funny to talk about, but there's a whole thing there. But anyway, I go in here and I don't really see anyone checking anything. I know people are here because of the way that machines were left. But I'm finding small plays here and there. So it seems like maybe someone was here maybe an hour ago or something, and there's been time for things to kind of build up. So I'm playing. Let's look at our pictures here. By the way, yesterday I went through an area where they had to look in your trunk before you could go in, and they moved a bunch of stuff around. I hear a bunch of stuff rattling back there. It's very annoying. Alright, so let me see here. That was last night. Alright, starting today, I played a game. As soon as I walked in the door, it was $1 a spin and immediately hit, and it was already ahead $53 right away. Go around most of the place and find nothing. I'm going to have to pull over and fix whatever that noise is back there. Went around the whole place and didn't find anything, and was coming back around the other side of the place and found a play. And I really don't like this game, but I know that it's positive EV and I play it. This time it paid off a little bit. I was down to pretty much no money. I was down about $90. It was about $9 a spin, and it hit for $264. That was nice. At this point, I'm ahead, whatever, 200. Actually, you know, I gotta go back here. The first game I was ahead $153 because I started with just like $20 in free play, so that was not a $100 bill like I normally would have started with. So by the time I finished these couple plays here, I was ahead about $300 and something dollars. And then I moved on to another game at $3 a spin. It hit for $113, and then had a bad hit for only $5. $5 on a $6 a spin. That's the hit. I mean, come on. Some of these games are just ridiculous. It's like a lottery ticket. You don't buy a lottery ticket for $1 and get paid out 40 cents. The minimum you win is $1. It should at least pay you whatever your spin is, and bonuses should pay at least 10 times the spin. That should be like standard. The fact that you get a bonus and get $0, again, remember my worst one, 25 a spin, lost $4,400, and the bonus paid $0. That's just a little obscene to me. And then had another one for $108, and another one for $155, and another one for $61, and then the play was gone. At that point, at my highest point, I was ahead like $545 at that point. Went on a slide, played some really, really good things, and all of them kind of fizzled out, and now I was ahead like $440, and then came back around, and there was a play that I had left for later just in case. I came back around to look at it, and it turned out I had made a mistake on there, and I'm glad, because it was not borderline. This game doesn't have any real numbers per se from the community, so to speak, but I kind of figured out my own numbers, and they seem to work pretty well. It is a volatile game though, but it's not too difficult to figure out where the best entry point would be, especially I've played probably 20 plays on it now. So anyway, I came back around, and that play was not a play. So I was okay with that, but I found one next to it, and on my first spin, it hits for $164 on a $1 spin. Moved around to the one around the corner, and there was a better play on that one. I ended up losing $2 on that one, and that was my last play. So I was in that casino for approximately 45 minutes. It took longer to drive to it than I was in there, as always. And I ended up ahead $558. So that's a nice start to the day. We're going to head home, see the wife, take her wherever she needs to go, get whatever shopping done. And then hopefully it's just me and her, and I can take her back to the casino with me here for a second round and try to make a little bit more money today. So tomorrow will be a travel day. It's not the 23rd. Oh yeah, tomorrow's the 23rd, so we still have enough time before Christmas. Tomorrow will be a travel day. I'll get home probably 8 p.m. or so, and then for Christmas Eve, the only way I could possibly get out would be to use free food or something and take some of the family with me, and then I could take a couple laps. I do have one more free meal between now and the end of the year. So yeah, so that's what's going on right now. I'm a little bit tired. I'm gonna head home, see what's going on with the wife, get that all taken care of, maybe get a little bit of rest, and we'll head back out again. I'll be back. All right, guys, real quick here. I could make this like a short or something like that for everybody, but the people who really listen to the show are the ones who deserve to hear all this stuff, not people who are just gonna nitpick the things that they think they want to hear. I appreciate all you guys who listen to me. Okay, I gotta call this guy back about a possible table game we're gonna manipulate in January. The threshold for W-2s is going up January 1st from 1,200 to 2,000. It will not happen January 1st everywhere, so you need to be aware. If you get a W-2 5 minutes after midnight into next year, let's say you get a jackpot for $1,400, it will be a hand pay. It should not be a hand pay, but it will be a hand pay. But you will not get a W-2. So if it's over 1,200, under 2,000, they will have to go to every individual machine in the United States, one at a time, open them up one at a time, and change the setting on every single machine. There is no other way to do it. So you can see that at 12:01 a.m., it's absolutely impossible that every machine in America would have gotten changed already, unless they hire 4 million people to make the change all at one time. So be aware that if they try to give you a W-2 for under 2,000, that you let them know, hey, I understand you haven't changed the machine, it should be a hand pay, but not a W-2, and hopefully they will be properly trained and they would know that already. After the first, it will be 2,000, so $1999.99 is not taxable. $2,000 even and higher will be taxable, so just be aware of that. Protect yourself the first couple days. After that, casino personnel should know everything, but in case someone didn't work earlier in the week or whatever, been off for a few days and they didn't know, make sure you educate them. Hopefully you won't have any issues with that. If for some reason you end up getting the W-2, you want to try to talk to a manager and get that fixed and removed so that you're not liable to put that on your taxes. Obviously, I'm not a tax professional. I'm not giving you tax advice, but you're supposed to claim all the income that you make, including income that is not a W-2 income. But obviously, there's a lot of leeway there from the government. They don't keep track of every single spin, but just be aware of what I just told you. So, all right, guys, heading home. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So, went home, took care of all that stuff, took the kids shopping, went to the outlet malls, bought stuff, did everything we needed to, and then we were going to get some food at the casino. So I took whoever wanted to go home, and picked up whoever wanted to go, and drove all the way here. And the restaurant is closed on Monday, so now I've been here for about 15 minutes. I gave them the keys, sent them back to the car. I'm making a run through here, and hopefully we'll do something good. Right now I'm up slightly, like 119, so hopefully get a couple good things before I go, and then we'll head home. I'm thinking probably leave again tonight then, because I got a multiplier for today, and I'm not going to put any money through, so what's the point of having a multiplier? So I'll talk to the wife about that, probably come back later on. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and all right, I know you're outside. My wife is texting me, they're getting a little impatient. On my way out right now. Had to hurry. There was a couple things I couldn't check because it was going to take too long with everybody sitting in the car. So just heading out right now. Ended up playing 3 or 4 plays. I did get a multiplier for today, so I need to try to get back here before midnight if possible and try to play that. But I ended my session ahead $150, like exactly $150. So that's pretty good. Don't know where they are. I thought I parked over here. don't think they moved it. Anyway, yeah, plus 150. And we're going to go have dinner somewhere, drop them off, and then come back tonight when everybody's getting ready for bed. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So, finished up with the family, left the casino, made whatever, 150 or whatever, and went to dinner, and that was kind of miserable because one of the kids wasn't being very nice, and they ended up just sitting in the car while we went to dinner, and then we went home. Once we got home, I was just working on stuff around the house, did some dishes, looked at some light bulbs that were burned out, and I've got some light bulbs here I need to go match up at a Home Depot or a place like that. So I'm going to go do that right now. And interestingly, while I was at the casino today, I have a point multiplier, so I'm going to head back to the casino. I'll only have a couple hours to play before midnight, but maybe we can get a few thousand points and get a multiplier and get close to where we need to be so that we don't have to worry anymore. So that's going to be my goal. So right now, let's go check out the light bulbs at Home Depot, and then we'll head back to the casino, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm here right now at the casino trying to find a long play, and I can't find any long play. I mean, I've been all around this place 5 times already, and I'm trying to get points. I'm trying to find something to play, and I've gotten 200 points. I've made a lot of money. I'm up over 500, but still looking, so I'll be back. Alright, guys, I am back and still trying to find something to play. I've only got like 250 points. I just gave $50 back chasing points, and can't find any long-term plays at all. I don't want to end up playing stuff that's stupid. There's still plenty of time, but I do have a multiplier today, and I'd like to do something good, but I just don't see it happening. I can't find any long-term plays. Everything is cleaned out, like, to bare bones. So I either have to play something that's normally not beatable, or I have to keep on just waiting and hoping something happens. So right now I'm gonna keep walking around. I've been walking around for about 45 minutes already, and see if we can find something else. But we're still up about 540. We were up 590 at one point, and we'll see what happens here. Walking around. I'll be back. All right, guys, just leaving this place, and looks like everybody's going through the same thing. Everyone's trying to get points, and that's why we're not finding any plays. I just talked to a guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been looking all day for plays, and there's nothing even close." Yeah, I'm in the same boat right now. I think with the points that I got today, I'll be only 14,000 away, which, like, how long ago? Like 2 weeks ago, I was like 39,000 away maybe. So I got a little over a week, but I think I'm out of town the rest of the week. Well, no, maybe I'm not. Watch what we're saying here. Tomorrow I'm out of town, and then you got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Can't go anywhere. Day after Christmas, I could probably travel. May go on a long one, and then I just can't do an overnight with the holidays going on. But I can't. Just don't have anywhere. Man, I wish there was a place that I could go that's like the same company as this, so I could keep getting points. But there's nowhere to go. So I guess we'll do our best, and we should be able to make it. But I don't like having to play okay plays and stay around for hours and hours, scrounging around trying to win some money. So unfortunately, I did give back a couple $100 trying to earn points here, and I ended the session ahead $356. So plus 356 earlier today, plus 558. So we're up a little over 900 for the day, which is nice. But I would have loved to have a long-term play. He's like, yeah, I'm even looking for this play or this play, which are not good plays, but they're longer term and we can get some coin in. And I'm like, yeah, they took all the long-term plays out of here basically, and the ones that are left have just been destroyed. Everybody's played them so much that there's no chance of making any money or even breaking even. We're looking for breaking even right now, so we can get the points, but that's not happening. So, all right, well, we could do our segments. What did you eat today, MW? Today, which is Monday? Yeah, today, which is Monday, I had a burger and fries with the family. It's been a couple of days now. Really, since I was with Coach in Oklahoma, I've been eating some carbs here and there. I told my wife I would do that until the end of the year, and then I got to get back on the diet because I'm already starting to see the weight go back up, and I really want to hammer down on it next year and do an even better job than I did this year. I'm very happy about what happened this year with the weight loss, but it could be better for next year. And it was pretty good, actually. Burger, fries, Diet Coke. I give it a 10 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? You had 2 pretty decent sessions, played quite a bit. Had about 2,500 in coin in, not really, maybe a little bit more, maybe 3,000 in coin in, not much. And I tipped $0. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned that next year, we're going to start a little bit earlier and look for the multiplier point days and things like that, and make sure that when we get into December, we already have our points for the year and we don't have to stress about it. So that is what I learned. So right now, let's head home and hang out with the family. Well, hopefully most of them are asleep. Go home and hang out with the wife a little bit and get some sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a long day, and obviously last night didn't really get any sleep, so looking forward to sleeping well tonight and a good, long, prosperous day tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.